are Klan members of different organizations, of different types. It is real. I'm going to try to turn the camera so you can see my face. My name is Shauna Patrum. I'm an American. I believe in Jesus. Okay? I am not a terrorist. I am not a threat to society. I'm not a threat to myself. It's just time this comes out. Because someone had to do it. Someone had to take a fucking stand against these white people that want to bring us down. I am an American Indian. Like, ooh, Hudson stuff. Okay. Now, my family line extends. My Indian heritage, Hunter family. We were Indians. And then my other part of my Indian heritage, Chippewa, Cherokee. And then there's one more. I come from 4 different lines of Indians. The Indian blood in me runs rampant. Troy Henderson and multiple other white men throughout my life said that they would fuck the N-word and fuck the Indian out of me until there was no other way. Until our bloodlines were maxed out. They would tell me stories about how after Andrew Jackson started the Democratic Party and went forward with that, how intricate it was, and how they would tell me stories about, these are other Klan members that won't be named until I take the civil lawsuit to trial. The only victims that have been named are my only family members. This is bloodline family. I have not indicated anyone else in this lawsuit, but there are thousands of names, thousands of people. I have thousands of pictures of Klan members. Like I said, my name is Shauna Michelle Patrum. My birthday is 1/19/1991. I am a Springfield, Missouri resident. I asked for help. I filed ex partes countless times. I've asked for help throughout my life and have been denied. They told me I was crazy. So I continued. When I was 18, I just sat down. I tried to join the Army. When I joined the Army, I had a recruiter. I took the tests. I scored kind of low on the ASVAB because the night before I was dealing with the stuff with my sisters, and I told my recruiter that. The only thing my recruiter told me, though, was I was too fat. I had to lose weight if I wanted to join the Army. You cannot be fat and join the Army. That's how he talked to me. It was quite devastating because I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to save innocent people's lives. So the only way I can do that now is by sharing my story, and taking down the Missouri Klan members, Arkansas Klan members, Louisiana Klan members. It's a broad spectrum. The Bible Belt is not the Bible Belt. It's a Klan member belt. And I have proof, I have documentation, and I will be bringing them down. I followed an ex parte on my great-grandmother for abuse, for stalking, for using corrosion and money and extortion, defamation of character, because she called me a nigger lover, told me I was a dog and I would never amount to anything because I date black people and because I like women and because I'm a lesbian. I could never amount to anything. I'll never have a good job. I'll never be able to go to a good school. I'll end up just like my mother. All of these things. This is 25 years of abuse. I am going public with this because it's time the truth be heard. This is a civil lawsuit. And I will bring bringing down the Ku Klux Klan. I have more documentation. This is just legal stuff. We will be going also over pictures. I have about, I'd say about 10,000 pictures of Klan members, of people that have tried to harm me in some way. I kept also physical evidence of every incident in little bags, so that when I did have the civil lawsuit all the way planned out, that I could take it to the Supreme Court and get this taken care of, because it is real. I'm probably as white as they come, but I am an American Indian, and I belong to 4 different tribes. I also follow more of like a Jewish religion. Don't claim Jewish, but I don't really like pork. It makes me sick. I don't really like meat a lot because of the texture, because of my high functioning Asperger's. I have some texture issues. They've mistreated me my whole life, told me I was obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, bipolar manic depressive, and I started doing research on my own, went to psychology classes, psychology courses online. I did my own research. I investigated as if I were a government official. I acted as if I were a government official, even though I, Shauna Michelle Patrum, have never been a government official. You can tell that by looking at my records and everything else. I'm just looking for civil liberties to be reinstated, not only for myself, but for every other woman that has gone through this in this Bible Belt. And they're so terrified after they get back with white men that they're going to end up dead because they psychologically abuse you to the point that you could never, ever, in 1,000 years, get out of it alive. And they know that. And they start at a young age. Like, I remember being 3 or 4 and Santa Claus. Now this will trip you guys out. Santa Claus, I had an Uncle Bob who dressed up as Santa Claus. Santa Claus. It's sick. And they tell you have to be asleep at night or else Santa won't come. Well, Santa always came right in our room at night to molest us and touch us. Yay, Santa! We love Christmas! I mean, come on, guys. It's not just me that's been through this. I can't be the only person. Speak up. Speak out. Because I date black men, I'm shameful. Because it physically makes me ill to think about laying with a white man. And I date women? I'm messed up? Huh. Okay. So, last night after I filed these ex partes, I did go to Cox North Psychiatric to get a mental health evaluation. The lady I saw there, bless her heart, she was probably the kindest lady I've ever seen. She told me I was not irrational, that my fears were real. They had to diagnose us as something so Medicaid would pay for it. That's generally how it goes. So they put delusional disorder, but I mean, I know the whole thing was taped and recorded. Every psychiatric event is. I will be filing a petition for that, to put in my civil lawsuit case as well. Let's see. We've already gone over most of my legal documentations. Now, some things I cannot post live just because I don't want to put any government officials in danger. That is not the intention of this. The intention is justice. That's the intention. Mm-hmm. The intention is not taking down the federal government. That's not my intention. My intention is justice. Justice for Shauna Michelle Patrum, who was 3 years old and turned in her father, and was mentally, psychologically, and physically abused her entire life for being a snitch. I want justice for being 16 years old. And in December, before my 16th birthday, my great-grandpa died. And then in March of 2007, my mom committed suicide. I want justice. Why? Because I dated a black man? Because I like women? I want justice. And that's what I'm after. I am not an Islamic terrorist. ISIS is evil, and I believe that. And that is not what I'm about. I am about justice. I'm about justice for human trafficking. I'm about justice for the federal government setting people up so that they can figure out how to manipulate the system. I want justice. I want justice. I want justice for the milk carton children. I want justice. I want justice for every Black man that has been beaten, stabbed, and shot in Springfield and surrounding areas. I want justice. I want justice for every white woman who decided not to date a white man and date a Black man, or date a woman, or date a Hispanic, or date a Indian, or date anything other than a white man. I want justice.